Now, to set up a business in the middle of a recession may seem like a crazy idea, but for three business-minded people, it seemed like the right thing to do despite the downturn in the economy.
Now, as part of our recession businesses slot this morning, we have with us a woman who decided to reach out to local businesses and give them a second store online, another who created a website that helps parents find the most child-friendly places to eat, play and shop for their families, and a man who provides easy-to-use mobile phones to senior citizens and people with special needs. Kate Moran, Niall Lambe and Simon Maloney join us now. Good morning to you all. Thank you very much indeed.
Good morning.
I'll start with the person nearest to me, which is Kate Moran. Kate, you are, and we will instantly detect it from your accent, you're American.
I am.
Okay, and in your former life in America, you were the director of a Fortune 500 company. Now,
I was a communications director, yeah.
Okay, so that's pretty much the top of the corporate ladder in the States, isn't it?
It was, and I moved here about 4 years ago. As a new mom. I arrived with a 6-week-old baby, and so what we decided to do was set up Mummy Maps. Mummy Maps is an email, newsletter and website showcasing the best that Ireland has to offer families in a really fun and stylish way. And there's so much information available online that we're really looking to cut through the clutter. So what we've done is that we email our subscribers every week in 150 words or less, a hot tip about a cafe, a museum exhibit, or anything that's really going on, and they can read it in 30 seconds. All of our recommendations have been written and reviewed by our editorial staff, all who have kids, so they really know what they're talking about. And the really cool part about it is that it's supplemented by great technology. So all of our recommendations are on a map, hence the name Mummy Maps. And in July, we're rolling out a mobile version. So if you're out and about with your family, you can type into your handheld device, say, you know, I'm on Grafton Street and my kids are starving, where should I go? Press return and you'll get all of the great places that we say are really child-friendly, and most importantly, the parents can have a really excellent meal.
Kate, it's a great idea. Simple but brilliant idea. Has it gone off like a rocket?
It really has. We launched in February. We have over 1,000 subscribers to date, and we're looking to roll out our All-Ireland edition in July. Right now we're focused on Dublin, but there's a real demand for this all over the country, and so we're just thrilled.
How much does it cost for people at home?
It's free.
It's free?
Yeah, it's a free service. So we're ad supported. Advertisers come to us to try to get to moms, because what's really interesting is that the fastest growing internet user base are moms.
Really?
On Facebook, for instance, 35 to 45-year-olds is the fastest growing market for Facebook. Now, people think that that's for young people, but it's not true anymore. Facebook is a way for people to connect, especially where people are living all over the country, maybe not growing up in the towns that they or not living in the towns they grew up in. So we're finding that people are just coming online hungry for information, and what they're really looking for is quality. There's a lot of sites out there that tell you everything you can do, but when money's tight and you want to go do something special with your family, you want to be sure.
You don't have to waste, you
don't want to waste your time, nor do you want to spend a lot of money on a meal that wasn't so great, or where the kids weren't happy. So we're trying to marry the two.
Okay, great idea. And from one great idea to another great idea. Niall, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Tell us what you do.
At the moment, I set up a company called Future Positive in March, and it's dedicated to special needs and elderly people for phones and technology.
Born out of a very simple idea, Niall. So tell us the background to it.
The background to it. My dad had a stroke about 4 or 5 years ago, and he's moved down to Cavan, and he had a phone down there, so he's kind of away from friends and family at the moment. My mother's working during the day, and just to make simple calls, he was finding a bit of an ordeal and that type of thing, because the buttons were very, very small for him. So basically we looked into mobile phone with big buttons at Christmas there, and we found it was so hard to locate a phone for him for his needs, you know. So I looked further afield into Europe, and I located these phones, and I found that the big buttons and the large text on the mobile phone was the one for him, you know.
Well, that's a very good example. I don't know, we'll get this if somebody can get a shot in on this here. As somebody, as you can see, whose eyesight is failing, I find mobile phones actually
failing. It's not failing.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's dimming, you know, unfortunately. So I find even the normal handset is difficult. I can't read text without my glasses on. So now if I was 20 years older and infirm or I'd had a stroke or something like that, it would be a device I couldn't use.
Absolutely.
And you know, if you're elderly, you need contact with the outside world.
That's
so
right. Absolutely.
I would imagine this is going to take off like a rocket.
It's going brilliant, and the feedback we have at the moment is absolutely fantastic. The elderly love it because it's so simple to use. It's just basically calls and text.
Some of us middle-aged like it too.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not a crazy does everything phone. It's just a basic call people, big numbers. You can read it easily phone.
That's it. That's absolutely it. And it also has Bluetooth on that. So if you have a hands-free car kit in the car, you can put it in and it'll be adapted to that, no problem at all.
There's also a lot of us who actually don't want our phones to make tea for us.
We just want them to make
to
calls.
be GPS machines or you know, be satellite dishes. We just want them to be phones.
That's it. You just want to ring the son or the daughter and say, make the arrangements for the dinner or who's coming across for tea, that type of thing. You know, it's just basic phone. And especially if you're out walking or anything like that, you know, you can make a call, or if you need a lift anywhere, or if you're in trouble or anything like that. But the best thing about these phones, it has an SOS button at the back. So if you get into difficulty or you need an emergency at any time, there's 5 preset numbers you can put into it, and you can press that.
That's a great idea.
And it sends
That's
off
the screen button at the back here.
That's right, yeah, and you press the SOS button and that'll go out within 3 seconds.
So now if there's people at home thinking, oh my God, I must get my granddad or my uncle or whoever one of those, where do they get them?
Absolutely, you can log on to www.futurepositive.ie at the moment. We're looking for stockists at the moment, you know. But
expensive?
They range from €99 up to €200.
So
that one there that Mark has up now,
yeah, that's €150.
150 euro.
And it also has a radio on that as well, and the hands-free, so you can actually...
So how does it work? Do you buy the phone and then you just put in your SIM card for whoever you're with?
That's right.
Okay,
they're SIM-free, so you can choose your own network provider, and you put the SIM in, and all your numbers will be stored automatically, so there's no hassle of actually, you know, re-entering your phone number.
Genius, brilliant idea, yeah.
Thanks very much.
Okay.
Now, Cyan, tell us your story.
Well, I set up giftsandvouchers.ie last November with the idea of supporting local businesses around Ireland. We wanted to give them a second channel, basically. I felt a lot of small businesses didn't have an online presence. And the idea was that we'd give them an online presence. And an awful lot of small businesses don't have a website. And especially now, I found then when we launched, I didn't realise how prevalent it was going to become, because a lot of small businesses now can't get merchant accounts. So the idea was that we would give them an online presence, give them a profile online, a 24-hour shop, and would give them basically a second store. So we sell vouchers for them, and also we sell their gifts for them. And we deliver them all over Ireland.
We do a website slot on Tuesdays with Maeve Nisi of the Internet Association. We did a poll recently with them. 60% of the people who watch this programme are now shopping online in some form or fashion. Now, I remember when we started 10 years ago, I think it was about 15%.
Yeah, we're the third biggest in the top 3 in Europe.
Okay, so how will you, obviously you're providing a service for these people, but you're dealing with small businesses, so they haven't got huge budgets, so how do you monetize that?
Well, we only take, the charges that they charge in the shop is the exact same as we charge on
How do you make your money?
We take 10% commission on what we charge. So basically what they charge in the shop is exactly the same as we charge.
So the customer pays the same.
The customer is spending the same as they would spend in the shop. So like say the jewellery now I have on today is coming from a shop, the Design Gallery in Drogheda, and they don't have an online shop, and like they sell Newbridge and Belique and John Roche and everything beautiful. So we're giving them an online shop. And
there would be a lot of healthy businesses that are relatively healthy in a local sense and would feel that, well, we're not big enough for that. So you're the perfect answer to that.
So we started with about 20 businesses, and now we've over 60.
Wow.
And we're also giving a wedding list service and a gift list service.
Great idea.
So people can, you know, create their own gift list.
Well, they're the 3 strongest ideas we've had, I think, ever since we've done this together, collectively. They're all brilliant, simple ideas, and they're working very well.
Thank you
and
so
well
much.
Done, one and all. We wish you well with it in the future.
Thank you for having us.
You're more than welcome. Now, we've received a very kind offer for our recession business entrepreneurs. Terence O'Sullivan Solicitors are based in Cork, and they specialise in a range of services for aspiring entrepreneurs. They have offered a contract of employment for staff, which will mean that employees will have the terms and conditions of their employment confirmed for them, something that is vital when you're starting a new business. Now, for more information on this, you can log on to www.tjos.ie.
That's not a general offer, it's just for the people who appear on the show before everyone starts getting in touch with them. It's just for our business guests. Thank you very much, guys.